What's up, America? What's up, America? What's up, America? How you doing, young man?
Hey man, what's going on? You gotta have the longest intro I've ever
Hey,
seen.
hey, good thing. Hey, good things. If it's good, you got to wait on it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look here. Look here. It's like good grapes. You gotta let it simmer.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Hello, America. Hello, America. Welcome to America After Dark. It's Friday night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, thank y'all for allowing us to come in y'all home.
That's
And
right.
hey, hey, this thing here, I always like had to refocus, hey, reset, refresh, and we'll give praise the Lord Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, to give us the opportunity tonight to entertain y'all. Hey, it's gonna be a great show. We got a lot of people just late. You know how black folks is. They always late, never on time. You know what I'm saying? I had my little intro to bring them in, right, Joy? So Rob, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and
Yeah.
play it anyway. Since they in here, I'm gonna
Who that?
check this out. I got something new. Hey, check me out. Look at that. America. Look
What
at
you
that.
got?
You ain't look at the background. Look at that.
I see the flag. I thought you had a music intro. I thought you had like the World Wrestling Federation. You about to come in with an entrance.
Hey, I'm about to. Hey, here we go. Hey, here it comes. Listen up. Woo! Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them
Oh
out.
man, there you go.
Ah!
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
But see,
Whoa!
you gave great time to Terrain. He came out on your song.
Bring them out. What's up, Jamal?
Going
Hey!
good.
And there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
You starting already.
There it is. What's up, Jamal? Welcome, man. How you doing?
I'm not doing good.
And you look like you ain't doing. Why you ain't smiling? What's up with your muscle shirt on?
Um, because when I came up here, I see you got my brother Robert Bryant on here, but you know I'm upset because you know what happened last week. You was testifying. You started testifying on last week. You started to show up testifying. Giving your testimonial, your scripture and all that. You was preaching, and then here it is. I'm sitting on the show, butt naked, because Robert Bryant said he was coming on the show. This was gonna be the naked show. So now I come up here. I'm like, Robert Bryant come this week right here. So I guess this will be the naked show this week right here. Last week all
Nah,
of us were naked because of you, Robert
y'all
Bryant.
already got that
All of
covered.
us were naked. Everybody done stripped down. Even
Hey,
Jimmy J,
look here.
he stripped
Y'all
down, then put a
good.
hat
Y'all
on
took
his
care of
head.
that.
So I'm like looking like, so
Hey,
Robert Bryant is here tonight.
Hey, look,
So,
y'all
but,
took care of that.
but I'm
hey,
gonna leave that alone. But I'm sitting up there butt naked last week, and here go Bernard. He preaching. No, he testifying. He giving a testimony. He giving a testimony. Woo!
hey,
Don't touch it. Don't touch it, because the
don't
Lord
touch
touching me
me.
right now. Bam! The Lord touched me.
Boy, no, y'all got
Hey,
that covered.
Woo!
hey,
Woo! Touchdown!
hey,
Woo,
what's up,
Lord!
Sonya? What's up?
Jesus had kicked him through the goalpost of life. Bam! That's what he did. So he done testified. Oh Lord, oh Lord. So I'm just gonna chill out, because tonight I have my going half on a baby nut juice tonight.
Oh
Going half
Lord.
on a baby nut juice
Going
tonight.
half on a baby?
Going half on a baby nut juice tonight. This is what I got right here.
Hey,
Going
hey,
half on a baby.
boy, hey, man, I think we need to get you some food stamps then, innit?
Ooh, look here.
Go half on a baby. Brother, let me
That's a
shout.
serious drink
But
now, boy.
but that's a thought now. I might go and create a food stamp and a wig nut juice too. Yeah, you done
Oh
gave me something right
Lord.
There you go.
I didn't make that one.
Hey, hey, you know
It's
what?
not concoction. Don't worry about that. Because I might sit up on the show butt naked again, drinking that.
Hey, you know what? You can do whatever you want to do. Hey, because hey, it's America After Dark. Don't touch us. Hey, producer, meantime, between time, next subject.
What you got?
There it is. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. How was your week dealing with fools. Hey, you go ahead, Rob. You go ahead on, cause you
Well,
laughed like you was dealing with them.
well, look, man, look. You know what I had to tell myself today, actually, is that what you said is exactly right. But how we deal with that kind of craziness is on us. And so, you know, I literally had to learn to just chill out and stop letting everybody else's foolishness impact me. And so you said, how was your week? Well, it went well, because if you can take away your experiences and make a learning moment out of it, then I think you're doing a good thing. So the week went well.
Right. That's good. What about you, Jamad?
You know, it was all good. No need to complain. No need to complain. Glad to see the Port Wentworth session that went on this morning with Julius Hall and Joe Irvin. I thought that was great. You know, we still have to see what's going to go on, but I'm like, hey, get that off my chest. I thought it was a great, but from what I saw, that was fine. But I'll go back to how I'm sitting up on the show last week, butt naked, after you done testified. Robert Bryant, I ain't forgetting that. And
Look
then
at
they
that.
looked at me like
I
I'm
don't know
crazy.
what you
Like,
had
what's
going
wrong
on
with
last
you?
week.
Like, what's wrong with you? Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Hey,
And then,
welcome. 2 days late, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Jay Ike Brown have shown up. You mute, MOOT, you mute. Take it off.
Hey, I'm gonna get one last other thing off my chest too. See, because what happened, them Beach High Bulldogs and them Winter Forest Knights was scared we were gonna whip that ass. So they had
You don't
they
listen to
can't
that
handle it. So Beach started it first. They done set it in motion right now because they know they get spanked up like that. And then here go Windsor Forest. All of them scared because they scared. I'm just saying. And guess what? Savannah High, shut it on down. Just go ahead and give it on up, Savannah High. Islands, New Hampshire, and if there was one called Woodsville Target.
Wait a minute, slow down now. Wait a minute. I'm just saying. Wait a minute.
They did what? They was pimp slap.
Producer, move them. MOOT, move them.
Hey, what's school?
Don't talk about Woodville. Don't talk about us.
I really want to know what school Jamal went to, because he named so many high schools.
Hold on.
What school you actually went to? You got
Herschel.
And which one did you wish you had gone to?
High school, 1800 East Durant Avenue, where all the beautiful people go. And again, whoo, Lord.
Hey, Jamal,
Johnson, pimp slap too. Guess what? Everybody's scared. So Beach High, you set it on the roll, and so everybody else follow suit with regards to Beach High School.
Hey, Sonya said she gonna cut you. Sonya said she gonna cut you. Put it back up. Sonya said she gonna get you. There you go.
Now I got to cut you.
Got to cut you, Jamal.
I'm frozen. I can't see you, hear nothing.
Hey.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, Sonya said, drink the water where all the fools with.
Bernard.
Yeah.
When you go to the DMV, you either show your previous license or you need to get your license renewed, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go on a cruise, you got to show your birth certificate and your driver's license, right?
Yeah.
So why Jamal can't show proof, a diploma or something showing what high school he went to? Because every week he talk about 4 or 5 high schools, but I don't even know if he went to Jenkins.
Hold on.
Hey, Jamal, you got to get him. Don't
I am in the Hall of Fame of Herschel V. Jenkins High School. And guess what? Hall of Fame, the class of 2019, or was the class of 20? Class of 2020. So I'm in the Hall of Fame right there. I will pull it down. But actually, no, what I'm going to do, oh, Lord, why you do me like that? Oh, Lord, Jesus.
That's a damn fool. That's a fool. Touchdown. Touchdown.
You don't have no proof.
Raw. Hey, everybody in the cell. Touchdown.
Hey, Rob. What's up, Rob?
Extra point good.
There you go. Hey, so
I don't believe you.
Jane, before you came on, we were saying, hey, what's on your chest?
Y'all can never ever. Y'all can
Came back
never
with a new
ever.
addition.
Never
That's
ever.
a new addition, look.
Hey, hey, what's up, Mr. Hall of Fame? Hey, we're gonna salute you.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Okay.
Hey,
That's all I was asking for is proof.
hey, you got it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do
There
is
it
say,
is.
and he did it.
Okay. Yeah.
So really what you was trying to say, you were trying to say I got my GED. That what you was trying to say.
No.
That
No.
what you was trying to say.
No.
Hey,
You was trying to say that I went to Richard Arnold after they had
You know
closed. That
what,
what you was
John?
trying to say. I went to Richard Arnold after they had closed. I got you.
You know
No,
what?
Jamal, a GED is just as good because James and Florida Evans went back to school together to get their GED. So I ain't got no problem with that.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that's why you were just saying that I got it from Savannah Chatham GED program, but I didn't get it from my high school. But then really you saying that I went when Richard Arnold had closed down. That's when you said I went. That's where I went to. That was you trying to say.
I just want
say
proof.
this. Let me say this.
Proof of life. Proof of life.
Hold up. I am highly upset. I am upset right now. I really am. I say I had a surprise for y'all, and the only person really see my surprise was Rob. What? Look behind me, man. God damn. America.
Oh, he's not done.
Hey,
Part two.
I
Mr.
apologize.
Producer,
I
Mr.
apologize.
Producer,
As your
Mr.
co-host,
Producer.
I should have known that. He got the American flag in the back.
Mr.
Dang.
Producer, can we rewind and go back to what was the last topic? Can you go back to that?
Hey, hold on.
Jamal, Rob, that's a good one. I didn't get.
Da, 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 da.
I think the first song was about better. Yeah, you
Mr.
want to go back to that
Producer,
first song.
can we go back to the last? Can we go back to the last topic? So I need to go. I need to go back and share something about that last topic.
All right, go ahead.
I gotta get off my chest.
Get it off.
You saying that was the surprise? I thought you said it was gonna be the strippers. That was gonna be the surprise tonight.
Oh.
That's what I thought. I thought it was the strippers. So I gotta get that off my chest. That's what I thought. That's when I came like this. That's when I came like this.
The after show will be 2,000.
That's why I came just like this, because I thought the surprise was the strippers. I ain't concerned about no goddamn flag America. Oh my God. I thought you told me it was gonna be the strippers.
Hey,
This is an adult show, so I'm just saying.
Hey,
I thought I was gonna get a date and have a stripper date. That's why I'm gonna get all the money from all the profanity. I'm gonna have that, and y'all gonna be like, "Hey, Jamal got money, so one of the strippers might want to go out with me." That's what I thought. So that's why I was like this. That's why I was trying,
You came ready. You came
You already
ready.
ready.
I wonder why you come here all buffed up, hair all slicked down like the Temptation and shit. I should have warned you.
That's our new edition coming out.
Bro, look just like the Temptation.
I know. Hey.
Just because I drink, that don't mean I'm an alcoholic.
Lord.
Hey, what's up, Linda?
Linda, we good. The fella's good.
Hey, meantime, between time, producer. James, did you get what's off your chest? What's on your chest?
I'm sorry I came in late, but can I get something off my chest?
Yep.
And I'm gonna make it brief.
Hey. Okay, go ahead.
I hate when people don't do their job when they're on their job. I'm gonna make it short. I went and got me a cell phone the other day, right? And the lady was running her mouth so much, she didn't even take my money. And I walked out of the store with a cell phone. She thought I gave her $200 and she gave me $24 some change because it was $179. I got halfway home, looked at the receipt, and realized that she charged cash because she took my credit card to swipe it so it could be deductive every month for the what you call it, the prepaid every month. So it come right out of my check. She didn't take the $200, so I had to turn all the way back around. Being the passionate, Godful man that I am, she'd have caught me 20 years ago. I took the $200 back to the store after it was closed. And I told the young lady, slow down. And she only been there a couple of weeks. I said, slow down and stop talking so damn much and pay attention to what you're doing and pay attention to the customers, because that was going to come out of your check or you was going to get fired. So I don't get that off my check to tell all the employees who working all over the world, slow down and just do your job.
Hey, that's a touchdown. Touchdown.
And there's my new phone.
Hey, the history behind that's his new phone, but
I needed it.
20th phone.
That's the 5th one this year.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Meantime, between time, produce some next subject. Let's get it. Let's do it. Question of the night. And I was waiting on this. I've been waiting on this the whole damn last couple of days. And I'm not gonna go first. I'm gonna let y'all go first, and I'm gonna piggyback on everything y'all say, because hey, I got some shit to say.
Let the guests go.
Producer, put it back up. Producer, put it back up.
And remember, you used profanity, so that money got going to the bank.
Right.
So
Boy, you loaded.
So when you finally have the strippers on, then I can.
Right. Hey, there.
Touchdown.
There you go.
All night long.
Hey.
Charlie Brown. Oh, don't tell Charlie Brown did that. All night long.
Hey, then you can wear that undershirt. Hey.
Or you can go shirtless.
Can people forgive your past?
Go ahead, Rob.
Oh man, I'm gonna let Teray have that one. Go ahead, Teray.
It's yes and no, and it really depends on how you want to handle it. That when you know who you are, and in fact, I had a conversation with someone this week. I said that when you're secure in self, some things you don't even sweat. You know, okay, and secure in self means that you're being honest with self, that you know you're real. You made that assessment about who you are, how you function. So if you have not made a 180 from where you were, because again, not a 360, but you've done a 180, that you have not progressed, you have not evolved into being a better person. But it'll be that person will come along and say, you remember when you was out there, like on the streets, you remember such and such and so and so. When those people are coming at you, they're like a mosquito coming against you, and you are an elephant. So you don't even sweat it with them when you're secure in self. Now, when you're still struggling a bit, when they come at you and say, you remember when you was out there, on them streets and doing such and such and so and so, and sometimes people get a little shaken by that. But I tell folks, what you got to understand, you have to understand, you can't be daunted by that. You can't be hit by that, because you made that progress if you're going with that 180. And sometimes the people who are saying that to you, they are in such a lowly state themselves, even though it might seem like they might have the money, they might have the material things, they might have what you think positions, but still yet deep inside of them, they are insecure and they are not secure in self. So that's why you go above that. You be the person who you're supposed to be about. So that's why I tell folks yes and no, because some of us, we do get shaken by it and the people come at you. But when you know for a fact, you have made that 180 and you're going for it continually, you be like, yo, get out my face with that foolishness. Or you just like, you don't even have to say, you don't have to, sometimes I tell folks, sometimes you don't have to dignify anything, even with the response. You let your actions go and show. And then what may happen, sometimes some of them will come up to you needing you for some support. And now how I am, in those situations, I'm not the one going to say, I turn the other cheek on. I'm like, you remember you said such and such and so and so? You remember when you did that? You remember when you tried to destroy my spirit? So now you come to me. What you need to learn a lesson right now, you need to learn to humble yourself, because again, when you see somebody going forward, you don't go and hold them back. You help them go forward. So you've not come to me. I'm going to help you, but I'm not going to let you slide with that right there. See, I'm going to put it in your face. I'm not going to act like I'm stupid, like I'm dumb, because that's what you think.
Yeah.
I will not forgive your actions. I will go forward and help you out, but I'm not going to forgive you. So again, my thing is be secure in self. So when they bring up your past, you're undaunted. You're unflinchable. You act like you are a warrior, not a not like old weak knight or something like
Right.
that. You're
Right.
not like you're not like a good business like a blue mosquito and you're not like a little teeny tiny little thing. I look like a little Wolverine. You're not like you are a warrior. You are a warrior.
Oh, yeah, I just
Hey,
thought you were doing.
Hey, like that
Okay,
warrior
that's
shirt
nice.
you got on.
That's great.
Hey, hey, go ahead, Raw. Go ahead, Raw.
But you know what, Sheree, he spoke the truth. I think that's a process of what he was talking about. But after that process has happened, you definitely, can people forgive you for your past? Well, you don't have a choice. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has a journey in life. I mean, your journey might be a little different, but in the same type of ways, we're going to experience most of the same things in a different way, right? It just gets to me sometimes when the perfect ones of us all um, tend to believe that they have some type of throne of judgment. We got to be very careful with that because just as well as you are doing well today, just as well as you are healthy today, tomorrow can be a whole different page. And so, like Teray said, you got to be very mindful, even myself included, mindful how we engage with people, engage with communities that we go in, make judgments, belittle folks, etc. We gotta start doing better and bring compassion back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're right.
because I'm gonna tell America. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Robert Bryant had hazed us when we were
Don't
pledging.
tell a
He
lie.
hazed
Don't
us.
tell a lie.
He hazed us. He said, "Take it,
Don't
take it."
tell that
He
lie.
hazed us. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Sheree,
Yes, that's
not
enough.
look. I came through in '98. What year?
I know it. I know it. Hey,
Yeah.
that one Jamal don't forget shit. Boy. No, he take everything personal.
Look
Whoa,
here, he
no.
forgot that because I wasn't there.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about that Ron Wilson. Oh Lord.
I wasn't there. I don't know what you're talking.
Woo! Don't haven't forgave him. But you know what?
We never. The bounty is still on your head. Bernard Brown,
Hey,
Razor Brown.
I got America protecting me back here. Go ahead,
Hey, you need some secret. You need some Secret Service men on each side of you.
Hold on. I got one right here.
You know what?
Hey, this my dog here. There you go.
That's the bodyguard.
That's it, right here. He
all you
tell
need.
me to say, don't touch us. Don't touch us. Don't touch me.
Top flight security, Craig.
There you go.
You're gonna be just like the Atlanta Falcons when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's all.
Hey, look here. I have a big one and look. Don't touch us. Don't touch us.
No.
I got all over around me. Those my Secret Service there bite your hand. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, repetitive behavior. Who are we not to forgive? Somebody done forgave us.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody done forgave us. It's depending on what the issue is, whether somebody going to forgive you or not. And if you look at our past, and I'm talking to America, you probably done have family members, mom or dad that you probably didn't get along with. They probably didn't do you right. Probably put you up for adoption. 20 years later, now you got to meet the parents. You done had a good life. The person who actually adopted you had money, gave you a good life because your biological parents couldn't do nothing for you at the time. It's not that they were sorry parents. They probably were just too young to take care of you at the time. Just too young to take care of you at the time. So they had to give you up for adoption. So people have that within them, whether they want to forgive their biological parent or not. And some people struggle with it, and some people don't, because they don't have such a good life from the people who adopted them, and they saw the life that they had, and they realize what the unfortunate people are going through. So they look at it in a totally different light, and they forgive their parents for what they went through. So it's a call on what the situation is and the effect that it actually has on a person. Because sometimes pain can last for a long time. You can be mad at your parents for almost 20 years. 20 years. For something just so petty, but something so petty to me is deep to that person. And it might take them longer to get over that. So like Jamal said, it can go either way. And that just real life situation, just real life talk on what people are going through. So it's hard to say whether you can forgive somebody, because you don't know what a person past is. You don't know what neighborhood they come from. You don't know their background. So that's a catch-22 there. It's hard to cycle through that.
Right.
But if you can,
hey,
I was gonna say this. See now, James Brown trying to be funny right now. He trying to bring up something about my past. Some of y'all know that I am a foster adopted stepchild in the Murray family. That's why they put me out in the fields on Hilton Head all the time. See, he trying to just traumatize me right now. But I ain't gonna flinch right now. I know they want me to go pick up some scorpion knives, other stuff like that from off the Hilton Head, and they want me to go pick the watermelons tomorrow because for Labor Day. But he's just trying to traumatize me. He's trying to send a subtle message to me, Jamal, you gotta be in the fields tomorrow morning now. See, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
But look how you turned. You know what? Look how you turned out.
And you
They're
know
still
what?
abusing me. They're still abusing me.
Right. Hey. And
that was the downfall.
Listen, I agree with all y'all said. All y'all had totally great answers, good comments and everything. But let me tell y'all something right now. Hey, my damn past is my damn past, right? I paid for my past. Okay, I paid for my damn past. So if every time I try to do something and you bringing up my past, at the end of the day, I'm man enough to stand up. I'm man enough to stand up and give you my past. But it's a lot of people out there ain't man enough or woman enough to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I did this. When I was young, I did this and I did. Because you too goddamn hypocrite. You're too damn hypocrite to stand up from your past, but you want to bring somebody else's past up and stop somebody else to do what they really want to do when it comes to society. But you want to look way back damn near 30 years ago and talk about somebody past, just like I was say, playoff past. I done paid the debt in my past. At the end of the day, I done did wrong. I apologize. I moved on. If God forgive me, who the hell did I think want to forgive me if God forgive me? I don't give a damn. My past is my past. My future is my future. And if you don't like it, all y'all can, you know what? Case closed. Meantime, between time, producer, next subject. Let's move on.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Hey, that's it.
What you talking about, America? You just said it.
Now that's a touchdown. Now that's
Consider being a sponsor of this platform by giving any monetary support. Cash out. Hashtag all things irrelevant. Subscribe on YouTube. ATR Black Media Network. Share. I want to get that out of the way.
Well, goddamn, you're a regular commercial. All right, producer, put out the next Sunday, producer. I'm sorry, I had a moment. Hey, there you go. Hey,
woo, the shot and why people judge those who didn't take it.
Oh my Lord,
that's it. Hey, I'm gonna go first because I let y'all go first because I'm a good host.
Preach, brother.
Hey, I have to, man. Hey, you know what? It's like this here. Everybody, I want to say this here, and I don't want nobody to take whatever I got to say the wrong damn way, but you can take it the wrong damn way. You know? Hey, I'm just saying. I appreciate everybody who take the shot, right? Absolutely. This pandemic is really going, it's crazy. It's getting out of hand. They don't have no answer for anything. Those folks up there in Washington, D.C. are just as crazy as a man in a moon at the end of the day. Everybody who feel comfortable and everybody, and if you don't, I appreciate you taking the shot, and I understand that, okay? But you got people who don't want to take it for all different reasons why they want to do it, and everything. Everybody have their own opinion. Everybody have their reason why. So I feel like you shouldn't, just because you took the shot, you shouldn't criticize other people and say things about other people if they didn't have it. We all got to live on this world together. At the end of the day, you're going to die for something. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Either somebody going accident or old age or whatever. I'm just saying, everybody mask up, ass up, and at the end of the day, you know, hey, we're gonna be okay. That's all I got to say.
I want to take it. Take it from there, and I want to call this the right to. The right to. You have the right to pray in school. You have the right to fly your flag. You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to vote. So a person should have the right, whether they want to be vaccinated or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know? So yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. Just read between the lines on that.
Right.
Just read between the lines on it.
Right.
You have the right to pray in school, the right to fly your flag, the right to bear arms, and the right to vote. So you should, in this country, have the right to choose whether you want to be vaccinated or not.
Yeah, right.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right.
And let me go off. I agree with you 100% on that one. Now, here's a caveat, though.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to be vaccinated because everybody has their own, body makeup, health conditions, whatever. But you got to at least try to meet us halfway, so wear a mask. And like I tell people all the time, it's not just about you and your immediate family, but nowadays you got kids to go to school, catching it in front of their peers, taking it to elderly people. So we got to think a little broader about just, what's going on in the home, and either A, get vaccinated, or B, wear a mask and, do all the other precautions.
And I agree with you 100% because I work at a hospital, and at that hospital we got a COVID line probably runs all the way around the corner, and it's mainly kids and the parents coming to the hospital to get a COVID test. And so I see it every day. I see sick kids every day. I done seen kids pass away from this from this disease, and that's what we need to really call it. I done seen it. I done seen the emergency rooms packed to the capacity every single day, every single day, and lately for probably the last 4 months to capacity. And I'm with you 100%. I want you 100%. You can mask up. You can keep your social distance. You can stay away. You don't have to go to certain venues. I believe in that 100%. But at the same time, like I said earlier, the right to pray in school, fly your flags, bear arms, and vote. It's an individual choice, and it's a daily consequences. But the broad picture, every one of us have the right to make a choice. And you got a lot of people don't want to get it. You got a lot of people already received it. You got a lot of people don't want it for a religious reason. You just got a lot of people don't want it because they don't know what's in it. We haven't been around long enough. It usually takes about 2 years to even come up with a vaccine, and we end up getting it in 6 months because they were trying to push it. And that's political, and we all know that. But at the same time, you have the right to choose whether to get it. And if you don't, then stay away.
Right. Absolutely.
Keep your social distance. Follow all the guidelines that you've heard of. Follow all the guidelines that you have read up on. Just keep your distance, but you can't force anybody to do anything.
Absolutely.
Because of what I stated earlier, you can bear arms. Yeah. You got people on both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats, when it comes to bear arms. And we know how gun control.
Yeah.
We hear about that.
Right.
We hear about that every year.
Absolutely. And that's in another.
Nothing being done about it.
Everything you said is absolutely right. Hey, go ahead. What's up?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. No, you do not have the right to pray in public schools. If it's a private religious school, then you can do that. But in public schools, you cannot do that because that's been stated, it's been put out there. And one of the interesting things that we hear people going to say that. In fact, me and some brothers, we discussed this, that if you are operating a motorcycle, you are required to wear a helmet. You must wear a helmet. And so when people saying something, and we listen to some of this right here, and we hear people going to say, oh, just like I had somebody contact me and say, hey, we want you to be on a panel about COVID vaccinations and Tuskegee experiment. And so the person who told me about this and who told people to contact me, while she was doing that, she was setting them up because she knew that I'm going to light them on fire about that and say, listen here, that the Tuskegee experiment ain't like what you talking about, the COVID vaccination. That two different experiences. But guess what? What we do, we let other people influence us. And that's what, again, the same thing we talk about on other things, that it's not just about people addressing your past, but people can give you mythology. I tell people all the time, I say, most of us do not know things. I say with regard to history, I say we know mythology. And then what happened, they influence us. And then I go and say, who controls the Black community? I say the media controls the Black community. We don't control it. So we listen to other people and they say other things. And I'm like saying, wait a minute now, come on. The very system of racism, systemic racism people talking about, if they're doing something and they gonna make sure they preserve themselves, guess what? They ain't gonna do nothing right now that's gonna be so different with regard to African people. But when I hear African people saying something, I'm like saying, yo, and see, and I want to use profanity, but I'm not gonna put any money in the pot. Want to say, don't ain't gonna do that, because as it stands, it's about them preserving their lives, because they understand that you are the majority coming up right now. The next system, people of color. But how would they stop people of color when they not give us misinformation and we run with it and seeing us be impacted with regard to the loss of life? Who are the ones that are obese? I'm gonna say that is more of them, but in regards to the racial, it is hitting us. Obesity, diabetes, hypertension, all of that is coming at us. And so whatever they can do to lessen the numbers. So I tell folks, check this out. And now let y'all know this, because some of y'all know we do tours in the city of Savannah. You can imagine a number of people who ain't wearing no mask, who ain't doing no social distance. We see that all the time. And guess what? Our people are impacted because we're the ones working in the service industries in Savannah. And I said, who are they decimating? They decimating us. But then you have some of us, not even some of the ones who are put in those environments, who now going to say, I don't want the vaccination. I'm like saying, guess what? More people, I'll say this, more people are trying to attack the people who gotten the vaccination, as opposed to the ones that I hear who are questioning people why you didn't get the vaccination. Because people are more free at attacking me because I said, yo, I got the vaccine. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. And then I tell people, I said, yo, check this out. I had COVID. How did I get COVID? Because I was in an environment that people were supposed to be protecting the environment and did not do that. And guess what? That wasn't something that was haphazard. The environment had been polluted before. And still yet the people who were in charge, governmental people in charge of making sure the environment was safe, didn't make the environment safe. So we got to protect ourselves. And so now when I'm in COVID, and now guess what? Now I'm going to share this with you. When I'm not having night sweats like I'm a woman, going through menopause, when I'm having insomnia, then I'm having delusions, then I'm not, and also erectile dysfunction, when I'm got all this happening, and I'm like saying, yo, the only reason why my stuff is not, I ain't got the breathing issues is because of the things that we were doing. And so I have a doctor who's a progressive doctor, one of my friends, and he was like, because again, we're conscious brothers. You know, we like saying, yo, he was like, Jamal, you want to do it now, because when they really go and mandate that you got to get it, that's when you need to be concerned. And so even right now, with regard to some of the numbers that they've been saying, who are the ones that we are not seeing with regard to the Delta variant being hit more so? It is the ones who are unvaccinated. Then when you got double funerals and people like saying, I'm like, you can make up all your excuses and say all this stuff and have your rational. Yes, you have free will. And that's in scripture. That's that again. But then I tell folks, guess what? we got more people trying to tell us not to do it.
Right.
And some people who I hear some of the irrational stuff that I hear from them, I'm like, you are freaking out your mind.
Right. Tanya
Because
Hall
our
said,
people, and so again, you can go and say, but I said, like I told my class yesterday, I said, if you want to talk about experiments, go and talk about the experiments where they did not give people the stuff. So they didn't give the people the stuff with regard to anesthesia when they experiment on black folks. And guess what? Black women and all women, guess what? You go to the OBGYN, you know how that came about. Experiments conducted on black women, but nobody talk about that. You want to tell me about some guy dog on Tuskegee? I'm like, get out of here. What about James Marion Sims, who operated on black women, gave them no anesthesia, and then the practice that they use as OBGYNs came from those black women who were held in captivity, had no choice in the matter at all. Or black men in Middle Georgia, where they're going to cut open their backs and then put glass inside their backs and sew it up. Then they're going to study what happened. But oh my God, Carver Village. Let's go to Carver Village. When they put mosquitoes in Carver Village, that they put on our community in Savannah, Georgia. But guess what? Nobody talks about that type of stuff. So we want to get the COVID vaccine. I'm like,
sound like you are or not for the vaccination.
Listen.
But at the same time, it sounds like you saying we need to get vaccinated, and that's why a lot of people. That's why a lot of people, especially young people, don't want to get it because of the fear, because of everything that you just said. You got some educated black people.
They saying Tuskegee. They don't even know what I just said. They don't even know that. They basically on some dog on some mythology stuff that somebody posts on social media, and that it just ain't the young people. It's the old one. I hear the range of people, but I'm looking at when I'm down in City Market on River Street. And I'm there on Broad Street doing tours. I'm looking at, and guess what? You got Caucasians and other people who straight up lie. They don't even have a concern. Cause I'm like saying, guess what? Some jokers lying. So you better protect yourself the best way that you can. And it's not just about say eating some fruits and that's it. It's not just people say, hey, wear the mask. They don't wear the mask.
Right.
That's why I threw out about Savannah State. I meant to say that. Oh shit.
Hey,
but
that's
when
why
I'm in the environment and they didn't have the walls and the environment was polluted with COVID. So I'm like saying, and so again, and these are black people supposed to be in charge. And then here go black people. So now some of us, and then you tell us to go back into the environment. Then later on, then tell us that, oh, it's still polluted. That's why I'm like saying, yo, check this out. So I tell people,
you got
people
Jamal.
Right, Jamal.
Mute, M-O-T-T. Hey, but on a serious note, listen, one of the reasons why I brought this subject up, is this. All the ATR shows come on, right? You have people, man, it's certain time. You know, so you got certain time that people watch us, and then you have certain time people don't watch us. So you have people watching us tonight probably didn't hear anything on the previous show about vaccine and COVID and all that. So that's why I want to bring it up. Normally I don't do it, but I want to bring it up this week and let people get more history about it, because the numbers are really going up. And Jamal and Rob and James, all y'all had good facts about it and everything. So I just wanted to make sure that anybody that's up late night can hear the facts. And so when they wake up in the morning and the first thing they're going to say is touchdown, you know, you know what I'm saying?
And they're going to say, where were the strippers? The strippers would have been there tonight. Oh,
hey, you know what? Hey, I got those strippers coming. Hey, they coming right there. Jamal, anybody knock on your door, just open it up. Hey, anytime between time.
Hey,
I appreciate everything. Hey, we on a time, and listen, we're on a time limit. So I'm trying, every 3 minutes. We ain't trying to give a speech on every subject, but
Jamal, Jamal better have a test kit. Better have a test kit at the front door when the strippers come.
Yeah, definitely. Hey. Yeah.
And going half on a baby nut juice. Half on a baby nut juice.
I caught myself. Hey, I caught myself. I'm glad I caught myself, boy. All I'm saying is this: food stamps.
and and I like the wings too. I like the wings.
All right. Hey,
Hey, discuss Cam Newton getting released from the
that's
from
on
the
another
prison.
subject. We got da. It's coming up. Da. We're on the time. Let's stick with the agenda, y'all. I'm telling you, because
It's
they
not
gonna
a
get
good
my
show.
ass out of here. Hey, producer, next subject. Producer, next subject. Me and
Jamal
Jeff
is on
freestyle.
tonight. Ask yourself, are you enjoying your life? Are
Hey,
you enjoying your life? Ask yourself that.
I'm gonna take this. Let me tell you something right. I'm gonna tell you right now, on a serious note. And I want to thank Jamal for the wonderful job that he gave me when I was in Savannah, Georgia. This brilliant restaurant. What's the restaurant, Jamal?
Liquid Cafe. Liquid Cafe.
Hey, I'm gonna give him some shout out. I'm gonna give him some promote time. Liquid Cafe. I'm telling you right now, Savannah, Georgia. If anybody come to Savannah, Georgia, around the world, you got to go to this restaurant, man. It's the best food that I ever had. And I say, hey, what's the owner name, Jamal?
Jackie Semesso. Jackie Semesso.
There you go. Hey, tell her I'm gonna get my money when I get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving her a little showtime, you know. And she invited me to have a show next month or this month at Liquid Cafe. So let me say this here. I'm telling you right now, on a serious note, I am enjoying my best life. I just turned 59 years old. And I hate to see when I get 69. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you cannot have people dictate your life. You got to live your life for your life. You got to be who you are. And at the end of the day, I am a man's man. I do what I want to do. I say what I want to say, because at the end of the day, I run my own damn life. I pay my own damn bills, and I'm happy. I am truly, whether I'm happy with somebody or whether I'm happy by myself, at the end of the day, I am truly blessed to have wonderful friends like Jamal, like Rob, like my brother James, and Hike Jones, and Jules, and everybody. Because you know what? At the end of the day, people always labeling us as black men, as trouble men. Let me tell y'all ass something right now. Ain't a damn thing trouble about me. Nothing. That's why I got the American flag right back here. Trust me, ain't nothing trouble about me. Hey, I'm happy. I came in this world happy, and I'm leaving this world happy. So, hey, you either be with me or roll with me, or hey, case closed, touchdown. I'm just saying, next subject on Jamal. Y'all can handle the next one. Let's go. What you got to say, Jamal? Are you happy with your life? JB, yeah, let him stay mute. Go ahead. Let him stay mute. Go ahead, Jamal.
I was gonna say yes, I'm happy. And what is so funny, which I've known this, but it's been something that, with regard to, just like with my show, Run Tell That the guests that I've had on Run Tell That are people who I know. And when they've been on the show, people have been intrigued by that. And I was saying to myself, I started saying, wow, some absolutely great people. Even though I know that you're great, but the people, and I'm like saying, and I don't even have to go outside of my own area. When I say I'm talking my friends and family, I don't have to go hunt somebody down. That y'all are so great that I can just go and say, bam, bam, y'all come. And that's why I say, I realized that my life, see, this is some bullshit here. This is some bullshit. Excuse me for saying that, America. This is some bullshit. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is that evil that goes on. But guess what? My life is still good. You're not gonna try to hit me about my past. That's my past right there. Right? That's right. So don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Well,
but again,
thank you. Hey, I appreciate that, Sonya. I appreciate us being nice. You absolutely.
My life is good, and I've been blessed with wonderful people in my life, such as you all. And so, yes, but then that score that you put up there, guess what? It might be a bounty on your head too, Mr. Producer or Ms. Producer.
Hey, it's Miss Producer.
That's what I'm saying. Mr. or Miss Producer, either one of them. It's going to be a little bounty on your head. Because we don't support cheating. They cheated, and so now you're going to put that up there. See, but again, I don't even flinch. I still go on.
Go ahead, Rod J.
You said we don't need to give a speech on every topic. So I'll say yes. Life is good. I mean, every day you get a chance to start over, get up or whatever. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get philosophical, but I mean, life is good. You won't get everything you want,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have things that you gotta get through as well. So challenges make you better. So life is good.
Right.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just see some sign you said that y'all went to Myers.
We went to Myers. We went to Myers. Yeah. We went to Johnson. Hey, we
Now
had
I'm
some. Let me
Durant.
tell
I
you.
went to
Let me give you
Durant.
a history about that.
Chop.
That's it.
Sonya Stanley. I love you now, Sonya Stanley. I won't mess with you no more, Bernard.
We
Okay,
went to
I'm taking the
Myers.
bounty off your head. I'm gonna take the bounty off your head.
Okay. Thank you.
Junior Nation, y'all can't touch Bernard because he's a gator.
Don't touch
He's a
me.
gator.
Don't
Chop.
touch me. Don't
He's a
touch
gator.
me.
So that's what y'all get
Don't touch
because
me.
y'all gotta come through me to get the Bernard or the Ike Brown. Y'all gotta come through me. Chop. Yeah, Sonya Stanley. We love Beach High and Savannah High now. So again, because of that, chop.
Hey,
One,
you
three,
took the body.
now.
Hey, you took the body off my head.
Yeah, it's all, brother. It's
Ah,
all.
shit.
Myers Gators, baby.
Hey,
Myers in the house.
hold on. I gotta get this. Hold on. He took the body off my head. Y'all, wait a minute. Here it come.
Yeah.
Bring them
I
out.
ain't had no.
Bring them out.
But I should have known.
Probably yell with the
Oh,
best in your mouth. Come on. Hey! Hey! There you go! Oh! We turn it up now!
You
Bring
better
him out,
recognize. You better recognize. It's
You
my
gave it,
Myers
baby.
Junior School,
Give a
baby.
mute
Myers
that.
Junior High. Myers Junior High. Yeah. We will kill over Myers. Understand that. We will kill. You don't touch none of us. Woo!
Hey,
So
Bernard.
Simon Stanley, I will officially no longer say nothing about Beach High School no more. I won't say nothing no more. So I'll leave that alone. You know, because it's chomp.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make my comment, but that liquid restaurant is at 10201 Abercorn Street. It closes at 2 a.m. Phone number 912-775-5663. So y'all go to that restaurant.
Hey, so let me say this in too. At the end of the day, when I say I'm happy with my life, right? It's just me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else and nobody personal. That's just where it is. Everybody have their own way of saying about things at the end of the day. You with somebody and you love them from the bottom of my heart. You take their bad, their good, their ugly, anything at the end of the day. Everybody's life is different. And at the end of the day, like I said, I got a couple homeboys going through some things and I'm there for them. But when you with somebody and they love you, y'all just love each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not only that, y'all become friends, y'all passionate about what y'all say. You're gonna have your ups and downs at the end of the day. And everybody do what they need to do to make sure those two people together are happy at the end of the day. And that's just with anybody, whether you single, whether you married, whether you have boyfriend, girlfriend. At the end of the day, the way this pandemic is going and taking everybody out, I'm telling you right now, if you got any beef with anybody, and this on a serious note, if you got any beef with anybody, just say, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize to whatever I did for you, to you, or rather I say to you or anything else. Forgive me. Let's move on. Let's just be happy because we don't know whether we're going to be here today and going tomorrow because those fools up there in Washington, D.C., everybody think they're scientists, but at the end of the day, that virus don't know those sides. That virus don't care whether you young, old, or whatever. It's taking us out. So at the end of the day, love who you with. Y'all get along. Y'all love each other. Y'all be with each other. Y'all talk to each other. And y'all treat each other right at the end of the day. Hey, producer, next subject.
Hey, Bernard.
Yes.
I never answered the question.
Hey, go ahead, then.
I hate to put a dapper on it. That was good what you just said.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know me, I always have to go just the opposite, but the annual age-adjusted suicide rate is 13.42 per 100,000 individuals. Men die by suicide 3.53 times more often than women. On the average, there's 132 suicides per day. white males account for 7 out of 10 suicides in 2016. So yeah, our life is good, but there's a lot of other people who don't think that their life their life is not great. So I don't want to leave them out too.
No,
because
no,
they out there
and you're
watching the
absolutely
show
right.
as well.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. It's like this. Everybody in this world, and this podcast is going around the world, and everybody around the world have issues. Let me say, everybody around the world have issues. You got issues right in your face and don't even know how to address it. Okay, because you got people that don't want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, America after dark gonna talk about it, gonna look about it, gonna say about it. And if you don't like it, hey, just come love us and be with us. Because next subject, producer, meantime, between time, let's move on. Da 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 da.
My Cowboys.
Hey,
my Cowboys. I have to go with it. Rob. Hold
on, Jake. Hold on. Slow down, Ninja, slow down.
yeah.
Hey, Ninja, slow down. Hold on. Hey, this is 2021 preview, and this is what I'm doing for the whole season. 2021 preview, right? Football season coming up, and the first team up is the Dallas Cowboys. And I asked y'all when I send the agenda out, I say, do your history, hey, so we can know exactly what we're talking about, right? When it comes to the teams that is up first. The first team up is this here, the Dallas Cowboys. All right.
Dallas Cowboys. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan since I was in the 3rd grade. I know everything Cowboys. Everything Cowboys. The same way that Jamal know everything, pardon the interruption, highly questionable, and PTI. I know my Cowboys. I can go all the way back to Hollywood Henderson back in the 70s and bring it all the way up to Deion Sanders, all the way up to the latest with the Ezekiel Elliott. But if you ask me where the Cowboys are going to rank this season, I'm going to have to say they're not going to do well. As much as I love my Cowboys, they got a quarterback that's injured. His shoulders still bothering him. He had a whole year to rehab, and he's still having problems. Running backs don't last that long. I love Ezekiel Elliott, love you, brother, but running backs don't last that long. We got an offensive line that can hold up, but we might not have nobody to throw the ball or run the ball. That defense is kind of skeptical, but I think they might hold up, but they might give up a lot of points because they're going to be so tight being on the field because that offense not going to produce any points. So if you want to ask my opinion, I'm going to say the Cowboys 9-7.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I understand what you're saying, and you're my big brother, and I love you to death, but everything you just said was wrong. Hey, let me bring it out to you right now. All right. Before he got hurt last year, he led every quarterback in statistic. Before he got hurt, he led him in. Okay, yes, he got an ankle problem, and yes, his shoulder, but at the end of the day, that offensive line is healthy. That offensive line was one of the number one offensive line until they started getting hurt. Now they're the number one. They had a good preseason. They're the number one offensive line in the NFL. Okay, with a Zeke. Zeke can be Zeke now. Before Zach got hurt, Zeke was Zeke, and then when Zach got hurt, Zeke thought, he thought it was like, hey, I got to put it on myself. Now he can run between tackles and tackle because that offensive line is healthy. So when you put him and he run tackle to tackle, he's going uphill touchdown. Okay. Then on the wide, you said they ain't got no wide receiver. Yeah, they got a Mario. What's his name? Cooper. If he can be himself now because now he always felt like he had to been the pressure because he lost that. At the end of the day. Hey, he's gonna have one of the best seasons ever for his wide receiver. They got weapons. Now again, the Dallas Cowboys had drafted 11 rookies. 11 rookies now, and all those 11 rookies made the first team. Hey, I did my history, y'all. The first team. Okay. On defense, they're gonna be a little suspect, because they defensive backs is kind of like, suspect, and Brady probably pick them apart. But if they got this boy, they brought him in, what is his name, DeMarcus. He played that defensive end, and he put pressure on you. So at the end of the day, and I'm trying to think of the little white boy number 46, I forgot his name, and the boy bad. If he can stay healthy, he'll be okay. And when you say their offense gonna put up some points, because like I say, their offense was ranked top 5 before your boy got hurt.
But he's still hurt.
Wait, he's still hurt. Listen, he's still hurt, but they ready. They're ready. Because at the NFC, they're ready. The only person they have to deal with in the NFC is Tampa Bay.
New Orleans.
They have to work with Tampa Bay. So what I'm saying is this: Dallas Cowboys probably go 10 and 6. They go 10 and 6, and they'll win their division by maybe 4 games up. And that's my opinion. And
10 and what?
Go ahead, Jamal.
I'll go ahead and let you all know. I see, as I said, I show love. I swear to God, I show love. I said, no more. The bounty is gone. The bounty is taken off. No more talk against Beach. Savannah High. No more talk. Because again, the love, chomp, my eyes gators. But then when you threw that up, and I was like, oh my God, the cult, the Cowboys are a cult. Their fans are a cult. The Dallas Cowboys, they're a cult. They're a cult. I never have any concern about the Cowboys. They will go 7 and 10. 7 and 10. Yes, you still got issues with your quarterback, but I'm letting you all know 7 and 10. Who will probably win the NFC East, which is the weakest conference in the NFL, the weakest one. It will be between the Redskins, the Washington football team and the Giants. And not that I'm a fan of I'm hoping Jalen would do well with Philadelphia, but I will say that.
What about Philadelphia?
No, I said I want Jalen to do well, but I got to see some meshing with regards to that. But then we said the Cowboys will be 7 and 10. We dare say that again is going to be the same story in the NFC West. East. That is going to be again a losing record will still get you into the playoffs with regards to the NFC West. And so that's why 7 and 10 ain't going to get the Cowboys into the playoffs, even though it's going to be the Giants and the Washington football team. I would like to see, since I'll go ahead and put it out there, Dallas is going to be at the bottom level of the conference and the division. Excuse me, just to let y'all know that.
Okay, all right.
And I have to be fair, even though they have some of the most talented players in the league.
Yeah.
Dallas that when you look at the ratio for Dallas has the 4th best with regards to the talent. But now what they manifest probably something different. So I'm just saying the cult will be disappointed once again. Culters.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, Rob Bass.
I don't follow Dallas like that. I'm more of a Falcons, Carolina type fan.
Yeah.
But I'll just I'm going to lean into what Toure says. So Toure is right on that.
Okay. All right.
And since my brother has said that right there, I'd let y'all know. What is the original nation? Everybody else copied after that. The original nation is the Raider Nation. The Raider Nation, the silver and black attack, baby. Just win, baby. It don't matter about what's happening right now. Understand, the only team to ever been in Super Bowls in 3 decades, it is the Raider Nation. Just let y'all know that. The first one, bam. So I'll be quiet.
Hey,
I hear that.
Like this here. What have we done for us lately?
Guess what?
In about 10 years.
You can't affect me in my past. I don't care what y'all say. My past don't bother me. You can't handle me like that. That's why I'm so glad I came up with that topic right there. Bam. When I came up, that was good. My past, y'all can't see. I brush y'all.
Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass. Let it go. Let it go, Jamal.
Hey, but you know what? So we both agree. Hey, so I say 10 and 7. What you say, Rob?
You said 10 and 6.
10 and 6. What you say, Rob?
But they're playing 17 games.
7-10. Look, but I look here. I'm also a Chicago fan too. I forgot my boy went up there
Yeah.
to quarterback.
Yeah, they coming up. What you say, Jay?
9-7.
What you say, Jamal?
7-10. 7-10.
All right, I'm writing it down. Okay.
So you know
All
they
right.
played 17 games. They played 17 games.
Would they make the playoff? Would they make the playoff?
Oh no, regular season they playing 17 games. You know they took one of the preseason games. So yeah, it's 17 games now, and they got players upset about it. You know, players upset,
Right.
and the players union, and that's a totally different story with the players union. I'm like, that's one, in my opinion, one of the weakest unions there is around.
Yeah.
And the most popular sport that's in this country.
Yeah. So
we can talk all day about that one.
Hey, I want to talk about. Let's talk about this here. All right. One of the reasons why, and people don't understand in this history, one of the reasons why they got rid of Cam Newton in New England is because Cam refused to take the shot. And some of the reasons, not all the reasons, but that's one of the reasons. Yeah. So now in the NFL, this is what they're doing. They go around asking other teams, is he took the shot, didn't take the shot. And if you didn't take the shot, they're not gonna put you on the team. So if that's right or wrong. If that's right or wrong.
But they don't know if you're gonna be around for 17 games. And that's the reason why they got rid of Cam, because let's just say Cam start and Cam could contract COVID. So now they're gonna have to take him out and put Jones in there. So they don't know whether Cam is gonna be around for the whole full season because he's not vaccinated. So that's why they went on ahead and got rid of him. And they wanted Jones to start, but at the same time, Jones been playing pretty good at practice because that's where it counts, at practice.
Yeah.
So they really, be honest with you, they don't need him, but that's the real reason why they got rid of him.
Yeah, but not only that, you're talking about not only Cam Newton, it's a lot of players around the league have been denied a job, and the first thing they do, ask their agent. The first thing they do, ask their agent, did he take the shot? He haven't. And if he say no, he didn't, they move on. Is it right or is it wrong?
Jamal hit it on the head about the Players Association in football. They suck, so I'll let him tell you.
Yeah. And what essentially what has happened is that, and it's not just like, say, if Cam has it, and let's say that he's around Mac, it's not just going to be Cam that's going to be affected. It's going to be other players also. And so, in this time, the NFL is saying that we're not making up any games, and then that means that forfeits and other things. That means forfeiting of monies, because the NFL is saying, listen, you're not going to impact our dollars. You're not going to impact our dollars. And so, and technically, they can't go and cut someone based on it being based on the not having the COVID vaccine, not having the shot. They can't do that. Even though your boy down in Jacksonville went and said, hey, that's a factor that comes into play. And they were like, shut your mouth. You ain't supposed to be saying that, because it goes against at least what has been said on their policies. So now, even though Belichick didn't say it, but all of us, I think, logically can go and say, that's it, because people are concerned. Because if he does contract it, or at least there's the inference that he has, then bam, that means it spreads. It's no longer just him, but it's others. And so they're looking at the money.
Yeah, he been having Cam been off and on been having this, he been out for a while with this, COVID thing ever since last year, off and on. But I think the leading candidate to get Cam is Dallas Cowboys. He's leading. He's gonna be the backup quarterback, because that one they got now. But that's what they're talking about. I don't know how true it is, but that's what they're talking about. So one more question before we move on, producer.
I just throw it out there. Now, some people are saying that no, people are asking what Ike Turner was saying, Ike Brown was saying. That's exactly what's going on. People are asking. They're like saying, wait a minute, we shine away from. Yeah, Cam might be good for us, but because he's not vaccinated, that teams are like saying they're shying away from even pursuing Cam.
You might not.
What you say, Rob?
I heard this on ESPN. I mean, just another angle.
Right.
I mean, Belichick has never coached a mobile quarterback or quarterback like Cam, and so he doesn't really fit into his scheme. Right. Mm-hmm. So when they drafted Mac Jones in the draft, that the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they went after a franchise quarterback. I don't, to me, I thought Cam was good, but that's just not fitting in their scheme.
I think it's his hair. I think it's his hair. He need to change that hairdo because ever since he went to that damn Peacock, he ain't been getting no job. He been getting cut.
It's free will. It's free will. He has free will. He can wait. He has a choice, America. Just like you got your flag, that's your choice. His hair can be how he wants his hair.
Right. Hey, me
You got the number one.
Hey, let's move on. We
number one cigar shop in Atlanta.
I think we may run over, but hey, let's try to get to every subject that we may run over, but I don't know. It's we're gonna limit it, but
you can't run over for you to be aired. You can't run over for you to be aired.
Hey, producer, meantime, between time, let's go to the next subject. We're gonna keep it at 2 minutes, and it say you don't know people's story. You don't know people's story. And why people think they know your story, but don't know your story. But they got a lot of shit to say about your story, in your story, when you ain't even put your story out there. Damn, America, boy, you getting smart. God damn.
Yeah. And it's just like Jamal's story, because nobody knew his story about being adopted. Nobody
adopted foster stepchild. And they had locked me up in the closet. That's why I acted that I did.
Nobody knew that. And that's exactly what I mean. Nobody know your story. We didn't know you was locked up in the basement. We didn't know you was picking up cans on the side of the road. We didn't know you had to get watermelon and all these different types of vegetables out of the field. We didn't know it. And I don't know about. I don't say I feel sorry for you. Not at your age now,
but you got some empathy for me.
I have some empathy for you for what you went through. And I was going to come to you and tell you about my story, but hindsight of 22 and looking back at what you went through, I wouldn't even dare touch my story. I don't even think Rob or America touch your story. I really have empathy for you, and I hope one day you can let it go.
Hey, at the end of the day,
but we love you.
Hey, JB, at the end of the day, he ain't been that damn home. He got a lot of nut juice. Hey, what's in his closet and wallet? Nut juice. So he ain't been too much damn homeless. Hey, and they sell nut juice. They're selling that red and white.
Share.
Hey, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
But you know what? I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, I wish we all did a better job of that. We think we know people's story. We think from the lens which we live. So it's easy to automatically, put people in a box or category or whatever. But I think we need to all do a better job of just stepping back and realizing, look, you don't know what this person just went through. Yeah. You don't know, what could have just happened or whatever. And the little thing you do might trigger them or might create an issue for them mentally or whatever, or emotionally, whatever. Yeah. So, we can do a better job of that, I think, all of us, and be mindful of that. Folks got a real story. And I mean, sometimes it's a little rougher than ours.
Especially teenagers, we really need to start listening to them. And I know how we can get sometime and say, we ain't gonna let no kid tell us what to do. If I tell you to do something, you're gonna do it. But at the same time, we really don't know what these kids are going through. And they go through a lot, especially teenagers, runaways.
I mean, and they got social media, so you got the whole cyberbullying thing.
Cyberbullying. Exactly. So you're right, Rob. We just don't know what people are going through. And they're going through a lot. Yeah. And we don't acknowledge it as much. I used to say this all the time. I say you'll get a bad kid, and that bad kid will turn around his life and he'll start doing great. And you say, man, you remember how he used to be? Remember how he used to be? Look at him now. The boy done graduated, he done got a GHD, he done got a job, he done moved up. You know what? I'm really proud of him. But at the same time, what about the kids who never messed up? What about the kids who never got in trouble? They feel a little salty as well, because they've been doing well, made straight A's, never got in trouble. did the right thing, but nobody want to acknowledge them too.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that get bullied and be ready to kill themselves with suicide.
Yeah.
Because they're feeling outcast and not loved.
You're right. And it go back to what we said earlier about your past and judgment. You don't know what people going through in life at the end of the day. And us is bringing we got people right now probably watching this show all around the world, man, and they laughing, they crying, they smiling because we hitting on some deep shit tonight. And I'm just saying that we really is. This probably was, you know, I'm still trying to get everything in and we may go over, but this probably was the most knowledgeable, most serious show that I ever had. And this the level of show. And I did that for a reason, because it's people out there right now, probably sitting there right now, don't know whether they want to continue to live or they don't know whether to just take themselves out. And that's a whole around the world. And where we talked about on Wednesday on the other shows, like where all these people going for Iraq, where they coming here, okay? And now we got to find a place for them. And you don't know whether they COVID free or they're not COVID free. And then, you know, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
What gets me with that, honestly, and we sit here, we in the United States, we'll judge one another and we treat each other real bad, but yet we'll turn around and just be so socialistic when it comes to Afghanistan and other countries.
Mm-hmm.
It baffles me how we have black men being hunted in America, but we want to go take care of people. But wasn't socialism wrong yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah. Hey, and that's the thing I say right now. It's like this here. What's the thing I'll say it I am just saying is you was absolutely damn wrong for pulling those folks out of Iraq. And I don't care what nobody said. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. They're still human beings. You in Germany, you in China, you in Africa. So what make you think because you have to uphold your promise to the American people that you will pull those troops out in the first 6 months? Dude, JoJo, that was a badass decision. And at the end of the day, people paying for it. So between time, we're gonna move on. And this one subject, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna skip one of the subjects. Producer, put up ask Dr. Jamar, put up that one. There you go. And the reason why I want to put this up is this. This is where I grew up at. West Savannah on Farrell Street. And there's a lot of people don't know the history. Some people thinking when they say the weeping time, some people thinking weed, you know. So my question is, we want Dr. Jamar to break it down within 5 minutes what the weeping time is truly really is.
That's a lot of minutes.
Well, we're right. We're not gonna do it for 5 minutes. We're not
3
gonna
minutes.
do it. Right.
That's a lot of miles.
So we're gonna give it to you short and sweet. What occurred? There's a gentleman, a Caucasian man by the name of Pierce Butler, and his grandfather was one of the signers of the Constitution here for the United States. They're out of Georgia, and they also have connections to South Carolina. And what happens is that they have valuable assets. And who are the assets? African people. The most valuable asset in the United States of America, in the history of the United States, were Africans, were your ancestors. So what happened, Pierce Butler, because he has this life of luxury and he was living his best life, as people like to go and say, living his best life. So he could go about, he had all the great things, he had all the wagons, he had all of that. And then he was a gambler also. And he lost his wealth in the gambling game. So, but what he didn't realize, like, okay, I can recoup my wealth. What wealth does he have? He got Africans that are in Glenn County and McIntosh County, Georgia. So he and his brother cannot divide up the Africans that they have. Because again, as I said, that was money. That was ching, 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 ching. Your ancestors represented money. So what happened? He then they go to the Bryant factory, the Bryant speculating business, Joseph Bryant, whom his people, Bryant Street is named for, right there in Savannah, Georgia. So Joseph Bryant has a business that he's a speculator. And what type of speculator are they? They are called Negro speculators. They're called Negro brokers. Now, some people hear that. They say, oh, they were black. No, they're in the business of selling black people. This entire system is sophisticated. You got banks involved. You got attorneys involved. All the stuff you do for a house closing was involved in selling Africans. So Joseph Bryant has his place right there on Bay Street, right there off of, Johnson Square. So, but they're going to have 400 Africans. They cannot store those Africans right over there. So they go to the race course that's over there in West Savannah. And so there they house the Africans right there, and they're not going to have the largest sale, as some people contend, in the United States history, and that will occur 1859. So now what happened, allegedly, these Africans that were there on the Butler plantation and on St. Simon's side, that these Africans, some of them were pure Africans that, and that they would have families. But what they don't going to tell you, that some of these Africans were victims of rape, because the overseers that they had there were raping black women. Also, they don't want to discuss about the infant mortality rate for those Africans. So, but anyway, they now have them over in West Savannah. And so the sale will not take place. And during the sale, there's rain going on. It is raining. And the other thing they talk about how the Africans that they now, when they sell them, they give them coins. They give them silver coins. I tell folks, I said, what the hell? I want a silver coin when I now lost my child, lost my wife, lost my husband, lost my father, lost my mother. What the hell do I want with a coin? And so that trauma with regards to that is in Savannah. That trauma is a part of American history. That's a part of Black history. But again, we don't recognize it. And so that's right there in West Savannah. And so people have been contending about the Salvation Army. And I tell folks the issue is even larger than the history itself. It's about poverty dumping, trying to destroy West Savannah so it can be regentrified. But then you have an American story that's right there. Other places respect their stories, but we don't do it. And so in Savannah, you have locations around here that you don't even know anything about. And so in West Savannah, you don't know about it. So that's why they can go and put something else there to wipe it all out.
So I got a question. When I went to the first Sunday, when you took me there Sunday, the first Weaver Time meeting, I got a question. They got the West Savannah group, and then they got the Woodsville. They got the West Savannah group, and then they got the
what's the West Savannah Neighborhood Association, and then you have then you got Woodsville.
Right,
what has been contended is that the leadership of the organizations have not really talked to the members in the organization and that's why some members, from what we have gotten information, that the members of Woodville say that, oh, wait a minute, we didn't agree to that.
Right.
We are in support of the Salvation Army not being there. They say the leadership made that determination. And then some people in West Savannah are going to say, the leadership made the determination. We don't want that. So here it is again, something that you talk about, Austin Bernard, Robbie talked about it, that on the other shows on the Rabble, that again, and on Watchdogs, how leadership is not listening to the people. Leadership is doing what they want to do. And then you got Black people in charge. So it's not Caucasians, excuse me, the Caucasians are directing them in ways psychologically, and also because they are insecure themselves, they guide them to not function as oppressors. So that happens, and so that's what's going on.
So my question is, who is the number one person when it comes to the Weaving Time? Who is the number one leading this organization? I'm confused. Who's the number one person? Just if I want to find out,
it is Reverend Gordon. Reverend Gordon is the leader at Solomon Temple, a Church of God in Christ. And so, and Reverend Leonard Smalls is basically more spokesperson. But it is Reverend Gordon who is the one who is the leader, and that the central location is at the Solomon Temple Church of God in Christ in West Savannah on Augusta Avenue.
Okay, so the Salvation Army want this property to turn it into what? The Salvation Army and a homeless
It's a transitional facility, expanded transitional facility. Because currently they're right there on Montgomery Street. Now I'll let y'all know this. You know, I tell folks I am West Side. I'm West Side. Can Park, Jackson Park. Can Park, Jackson Park, we do not have an issue with the Salvation Army remaining there on Montgomery Street. The reason why we don't have an issue, because we know once that property is gone, SCAD is going to acquire the property. Or they're going to have a third party acquire the property, so then that way they can further the regentrification of the area. So that's why those of us are like saying, no, it can stay right there. And people are saying, why can't y'all just expand the current location? Now, I threw something out there in one of my other videos. Guess what? Salvation Army got some property right there on the east side on B Road. Why don't you go there? Will not go there. You know why? Because the people in the Daphne Park area, Daphne Heights area, will not be down with that. They ain't gonna want to have poor people over there, because then what it's gonna do, lessen their property values. It's gonna bring that element right there. They don't want that to happen over there. But guess what? To Black people who don't have who are not secure in self, guess what now happens? Their leadership will go along with it, because we want to feel beholden to other people, or we want to be get that pat on the head, or we want to pat on the shoulder. People say, you know, y'all are good. When in actuality, you're not standing up with you for the humanity of your own people. Right. You don't stand for your own humanity. So I tell you, hell no. That's why I say that's poverty dumping. I don't care. I ain't even concerned about the history. That's poverty dumping. Why don't you go over there on the B Road where you got property right over there and do that right there? But you won't do that because guess what? Daphne Heights, predominantly Caucasian neighborhood. And so again, you got the property right there. You can expand right there.
Right. And on that note, ask Dr. Jamal history. Hey, you only can hear it on American After Dark, and you can hear it on Run and Tell That, and you can hear it on the Raptor. At the end of the day, you can hear it on the Watchdog. A lot of people know. If you don't know what the history about Weeping Time, just tune in. And you know, West Savannah is where we growing up at, and hey, let's just try to save West Savannah and try to do what we need to do to make sure we being fair, because they're just kicking us and leaving us behind. I thank you for that. And then next subject producer, we going with Mr. James, aka Ike, and do your thing.
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to go after something like that. I haven't been in Savannah in a long time. I don't think I've been in Savannah to know the history about Savannah like that in a long time. So the only thing I got to say about that, I don't know if y'all can see this. Do you know who that is? Y'all can't see that?
We can see it.
This. Nah, that's Jamal. You want to give Jamal like 5 minutes talk about Savannah and all that history about Savannah. I ain't been in Savannah in so long, so I can't tell you about Savannah. And y'all want to talk about me, talking about I gained all this weight, I done lost all this weight. Jamal knows Savannah like the back of his hand. Jamal, you need to start telling some of these people in your classroom about Bryan Street, Merrill Street. You act like you know all those streets, Jamal. You not even from Savannah. Talk about you and Daniel Statesburg. I was born in Statesburg. My daddy had a farm. I picked up trees. I picked up pigs and all that. You ain't did none of that stuff, Jamal. I know what you're talking about, Jamal. You think you slick. I know you. You know what you are, Jamal. I'm your brother. Brother, I just want to be right and just tell you for Lavelle Crawford, that's my name. But I'm gonna tell you about Jamal. I do it. You know I do it. So Jamal, he's a crack. Hey. Jamal, I just want to thank you for that history. I didn't even know Savannah had all that stuff. Ooh, I wish I could come down to Savannah State and just talk to you for so long about Merrill Street and Gus Avenue. Jamal. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you want to regenify and regenicate. I just want you to predicate me.
No. The juice is not for you.
Well, you might have to participate and reciprocate and all of that stuff with it, Jamal, because that was nice. You just keep up trying to get us vaccinated, because I think that's what you said. You wanted to make sure that we got our shot, but you're more concerned about the Oakland Raiders. So hands to you, Jamal. Hands to you. Look at me now. Look at me now. See, I done lost all this weight. Y'all don't even talk about. Y'all even want to talk about all the weight that I lost. Y'all want to keep focusing on how fat I am. But I ain't fat like that no more. I'm a skinny dude. I'm just as skinny as Jamal. So next time you talk about, oh, Jamal, I need to get some fried chicken. I don't want no fried chicken. I got smoothies. I drink smoothies. I do all that diet stuff that all y'all skinny people do right now. I ain't fat no more, Jamal. Look at me.
And guess what? I put some kale in the nut juice too. I put some kale. Like you said, I put some kale in it. Because kale is a superfood.
That's your problem. You're always trying to put stuff together. Every time I turn around, you're putting shit together. Just leave stuff alone. Leave high school alone. Leave Savannah High, Beach High. My brother throwing people across the fence. Just leave well alone, Jamal. Okay? Can you just do that for me?
Hey, you know what? Hey, boy, it couldn't. Hey,
I gotta say,
I like that. Hey, touchdown, touchdown. Hey, you know what? We got the history, and then we got case closed. You know what? We gonna wind it on down, and it's the last producer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put that up, and we can go. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words that describe yourself. Number 1, crazy, respect, focus, love, companion, and shit. Dang.
I thought you said panties.
Hey, no, that's another subject, boy. We're gonna move on. Hey, those are the 5 things that describe me. What about you, Rob?
Why did I know you're gonna do that? I would say spontaneous, thoughtful, this is a difficult one. Driven,
Mm-hmm.
happy, and loving.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about you, JB?
Hey, caring. I love being around people. Dad. Love my son and his kids, and definitely glad I'm a father. I exemplify everything there is to be a father. Motivator. Always listening, trying to break through when it comes to listening to anyone that have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Moody. Don't like nonsense. Don't like talking about nonsense, and can't cater to nonsense. It gets under my skin.
Mm-hmm.
And respect.
Mm-hmm.
I respect those who respect me.
Right. All right. Go ahead, nut juice.
all right. Shy, introverted, quiet, nut juice.
Quiet.
Introverted, shy.
Wait.
Playoff. Quiet.
Ain't that quiet about Jamal. Jamal been making a racket ever since he was a kid. I don't even remember Jamal being quiet. America don't go for that. He loved that nut juice.
Nut juice. Hey.
He
You know
loved
what, brothers? Hey. That's almost about the end of our show. Producer, put next subject up. Hey. First of all, I want to thank y'all for just being there. Hey, I am crazy enough to believe this. Sometime in life, you got to watch what you do and watch what you say. But at the end of the day, if you get on your knees and pray, everything will be all right. I want everybody to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all for share your Instagram, YouTube, ATR, Facebook, and everything. And I appreciate y'all for just being there. We're going to thank our president and CEO, Jules Hall, for giving us a platform to really and truly show ourselves and just be ourselves. I want to thank James. I want to thank Jamal. I want to thank Rob. Hey, I thank y'all for coming in on America After Dark, and I hope we touch everybody who that tuned in for us. Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a happy Labor Day. Y'all be safe. And hey, we out of here. Great show, boys. Hey, I love y'all. Peace. Hey, y'all got you want to say the last word? Y'all got anything to say?
I was gonna say Robert Bryant. Thaddeus Schubert has retired from Burke County. Dr. Thaddeus Schubert from.
Okay.
Just say that with you, you know, Georgia Southern, because I know he probably hates you too, but I just sharing that with you.
I don't know that word.
I got one more I want to say.
Oh, excuse me, why?
I would ask Jamal. Jamal, your students, have you ever told them to do some history on at least 5 street names in Savannah? Because I've been living on Augusta Avenue all my life, and I don't know who Augusta is. So Farrell Street. Who the hell is Farrell? But I'm quite sure it was somebody, because all of those names represent people.
Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm.
They represent people. So that would be nice for you parents who are listening, because I know the kids are in bed. Let them do a little history. Just pick 5 street names and do some history. And get yourself inspired and amazed and stimulate the brain. And I bet you by the end of the year, you be probably gonna look for about 50 or 75 street names, because you're so interested in doing that.
Hey, Farrell Street was named after Farewell, good night. We love y'all. Y'all be good. Peace.